everybody, welcome to the Jam Yearbook. I am Jim, and I am here with Matt. Matt, how you doing today?
Excellent. If I can get rid of that glare on my glasses, that'd be even better. Here we'll see if that works.
We'll see how that works. Now Matt has no idea what he's gonna say. Well, he's gonna wipe them. Okay, there we go.
No, it's a different.
Okay.
They got a better glare on them or something.
Now he's got a deeper blue in his eyes. Ooh.
Hey, Jim, you just made it uncomfortable.
Anyway, welcome to the very first episode of the Jam Yearbook, where we are going to debate whether a year is been a good year of music or a bad year of music. And each one of us is going to take a side. And Matt, you started us off with a pretty rough year. I think, well, you didn't start us off. The
random generator.
Yeah. So we are starting in 2005, and we are going to have to make our case for why it was a good year in music. So what do you think? Do we go with the good case or the bad case first?
I think we just tit for tat this bad boy.
All right.
Do you really want to list off a whole litany of reasons, and then because I guarantee you, if when we start on the cons on some of these years, it's just going to be all bad.
Well, I will say that in 2005, the year before, there was a bad tsunami, there was hurricanes, things that went on. There were a lot of charity concerts that took place that brought people together and raised money for a lot of destruction and terrible things that happen to people in this world. So go beat that, you prick.
Jeez. Okay, then I want to see the books and see how much of that money went to administrative costs and all that shit. Actually, how much of it made it to the people that needed it. I want to see that before I give a definitive answer.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, because quite honestly...
Because I don't trust people.
Well, the other thing I was going to bring up was that there was Live Aid 2005, which was a 30-year anniversary. 30? 20? What?
80? Was it 84?
85 to 2005. So that's 20 years. 20-year anniversary. Sorry. We're way ahead in the future now. Dude, math is hard. 20-year anniversary. But something happened at Live Aid 2005, which was completely unpredictable, something that nobody thought was going to happen. And that is that the original members of Pink Floyd, minus Syd Barrett, because reasons, but Roger Waters, David Gilmour, Richard.
Don't hide from your feelings, Richard.
His name? Nick Mason, the drummer. They formed and they played a 5 or 6 song set. And if you go look it up on YouTube, it is fucking amazing. It is incredible. And you watch these guys on stage that have been friends still, even though the bands broke up and Roger Waters went his way and Pink Floyd went theirs. They stayed friends. They were at each other's weddings over the years. You read up on it. They even jammed. They played at weddings, as bands together. I love the look across the stage that they're giving each other during the show. If you go back and watch this on YouTube, because it is that sincere look.
I want to strangle you.
No. It is that sincere of playing music with somebody you love and a sound and knowing in that moment everything that's coming out on that stage is right. And in 2005, Pink Floyd did that. And I feel really bad for not remembering Richard's last name because
he's part of Pink Floyd. That's why.
Yeah, he's a big part. I mean, keys are a big, massive
I'm
part.
drawing a blank too.
Yeah. He passed away since then. And so there will never be a reunion quite the same. So, I mean, come on, man. Pink Floyd reunited. Beat that.
Yeah. Backstreet Boys came back after tried to poison the listening pool once again.
Well, how long were they gone for in 2005?
I know. It's like they call it a comeback. And I mean,
I've been here for years.
The years between your albums, that's what a normal band does now. So get off your high horse. You're still the Backstreet Boys.
I think we're going to run into this with Mariah Carey down the road, where she's like, it's a comeback.
Oh, no. She's now. I got a gripe about her now.
Oh, the emancipation of Mimi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Emancipation. Emancipate me from all the 90s that are infecting 2005. That's what we're on. It's like Mariah Carey, I think in 2005, she tied Elvis Presley for the amount of number one songs, I think, for the second, for number two.
In America. Behind the Beatles.
Yeah. Hey, U.S. centric. What am I
Sorry.
going to do? That's all I know. And there's no way on God's green earth that she should be in the same sentence as the Beatles.
I understand that. I got that.
or Elvis Presley.
Okay. Well, I've got another reunion that took place in 2005, and I know they're not your
Smashing Pumpkins.
No, actually, Billy Corgan went solo for the first time in 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which we can still do. That's fine.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah. It's not tough. I'll see you in your fake wrestling ring. I'll shave my head. I'll match you, brother.
Oh, he did buy the NWA, and that's got a soft spot in my heart.
I take a shirt off. I take a shirt off for that and go wrestle him.
Give me a promo, bro. Come on, flex on me.
Billy Corgan, I want to see you. Anyway,
I'm getting attacked by dogs here.
That's because we're getting too excited about fighting Billy Corgan, which would not be a tough fight if I really.
No. Well, Billy's got a big head. He could give you a headbutt.
Yeah, that's true. He's got that like George the Animal Steel thing going on.
He's gonna eat the turnbuckle on.
Despite all my rage, I eat the turnbuckle in a cage. I'm going to go back to reunions, and I know they're not your favorite band, and we have our issues with Eric Clapton, but I think his best spot in the world was with Cream. And Cream had their last reunion and played at the Albert Hall, I think that's what it's called, in London in 2005. And Jack Bruce is one of my bass heroes.
Yep. And color me unimpressed. This is probably going to be a bold statement. I think Cream is, while individually talented musician, is completely overrated.
You know those bands you listen to and you just listen to that guy? And I think that's why for me it is Cream. But it is Jack Bruce for me. There are a lot of moves that I found myself playing later in life. I'd listen back on what I was doing and I realized that Jack Bruce influenced that, and I don't know why.
I'm not arguing that individually they are superb musicians.
Yeah, Ginger Baker, man.
Yeah, masters at their instruments.
We just don't want to listen to Eric Clapton play guitar. That's our biggest problem.
I just don't understand the glazing that Cream gets. Boy,
I do think our
choice of words right there.
Our biggest problem with Cream is that Eric Clapton was the guitar god of the time, and they're slow hand, shit hands.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I can't stand Clapton. I don't know what it is about him. He's talented, but he just seems uninterested in whatever he's doing.
I played with bar band guitar players that were as good as Clapton, in my opinion. People are out there who are like, "Oh, Clapton, the tone, the sound, what he did, man."
It wasn't unique.
Yeah. But even if it wasn't unique, I don't know. There are guys.
Hey, you're supposed to be taking on the good side.
I am because Cream reunited.
I won you over.
Not yet. I have not given up yet.
Hey, hold on, guys. This is going to be a short break. I just have to close this door.
Close that door.
This is real life creeping in.
This is what happens when the dogs have to go out the other room. Do 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 do.
Well, it's not only that, but I'm being loud, and now I'm going to, interfere with everybody else that is in the house. So, hey, I don't know how to untangle things, so we're just going to do this.
There you go.
So I think we're up to you, maybe. I don't know. What's your point for what's good?
Well, I mean, I kind of struggled for what was good in 2005, and we talked about bringing 3 albums to the show that we would say were great releases in 2005. There were a lot of mediocre releases in 2005. I would say it
was a lot of bands of they're on their 3rd, 4th, 5th albums.
Yeah, a lot of sophomore releases. Yeah. So I would say 2005 was full of a lot of the after the debut of the hit album that brought somebody forward.
Where there's still some shine on the apple.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, and I'm not one of those guys. I'm going to bring it up. I'm not one of those guys that does the whole cancel me thing for certain reasons. I didn't include it in my 3 albums. We definitely know that Kanye's Late Registration came out in 2005. And in that time period, and going back like 4 or 5 years, I was looking at the notes from the original show we did on audio before the more got worse with Kanye. We were praising this album from that time because there was something about that album that was just. But I'm going to flip it over to Common and his album B. And this is not one of my 3 albums, but Kanye did work on this album with Common, and if you listen to if you listen to the song Go, it has that song. It has that same kind of feel, that same kind of thing going on. So if you've canceled Kanye, and we kind of understand that, and we know that he did something that was like earth-shaking for hip-hop music in 2005 with Late Registration, go listen to that Common album, because Common's still cool. He's out there doing stuff in movies and
he keeps
TV
it
shows
positive.
now.
He's such a positive. I really like listening to Common. That album, that's a really good album.
It's a really good album.
You brought a good point there for the positives on 2005.
All right. Well, let's see what your counterpoint is to that then.
So what else do we have? We have Rihanna debuted, which kind of sucked. For me personally, Chris Brown also had a debut.
Oh,
it was his first match.
Yeah, he went 1-0 on that.
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah, he's undefeated against women as far as I know. Right, a little bastard. You can take that kind of behavior and stick it up your behind.
Yeah, my issue with Chris Brown is that if we were looking back on this from, today, and none of that shit had happened with Rihanna, maybe we'd have a different opinion. Maybe we wouldn't give a shit about him at all. But I do not understand why he never got the Ike Turner treatment from the establishment, because it was so obvious what he'd done to Rihanna. Maybe we might come across this in another argument in a different year. He
kind of just got the roast jokes.
Yeah, he did. But we've seen too many interviews and things happen beyond this, where all of a sudden Chris Brown rips his shirt off and he's going to fight somebody. He was arrested like 2 or 3 years ago in the UK for punching somebody in a club in Manchester.
At the time of this debut, I think he's like 16. So, coming into this kind of stardom from a young age, that's going to mess with your head if you don't have the support system in line to, keep you in line with everything that's going on.
It's no excuse for hitting a woman.
No. Nope. No.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't understand why there are girls out there who are still like, he's still hot, he's still cute, I'm still going to listen to his music. If Ike Turner had been good looking, would he, if Ike Turner had looked like Tom Jones or something, I don't know,
I don't know. Michael Jackson was acquitted in 2005. You going to let him look after your kids? I don't know. I wasn't in the courtroom. I don't know if he's innocent, guilty, or whatever, but he was acquitted. So
here's the thing. Here's the question. 2005. Are you going to let Chris Brown date your daughter or Michael Jackson watch your kids? What's going to happen? Don't answer that. You can't make that answer.
I was gonna say either way. Contribution.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm staying home watching my daughter. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I get you there.
All right.
You got a positivity for me?
I mean, I'm kind of milked the cow.
You're kind of tapped out. Well, I got another negative
Pink
for you.
Floyd got together.
Pink Floyd. Oh, yeah, I think I probably outmatched you there.
Okay.
That was a good moment. But I would have to say that they didn't have an album in 2005. But what happened is Matchbox 20 won a Grammy for Best New Artist for an album that was three damn years old.
That wasn't Matchbox. Oh, Best New. I thought it was
Maroon 5.
Yeah, Matchbox.
Sorry, Maroon 5. Because what did I do just right there? generic pop rock band.
Yeah.
You can substitute one for the other.
This is that one. This is the same one.
Almost as much as I dislike Adam Levine. Okay? I don't give a shit about your tattoos. Dude, you have crossed the line into showing that tattoos can be douchey.
Okay.
I don't need you to see you take your shirt off at Super Bowl because you realize you need to distract from the issue that your band is not getting the reaction you want.
Oh, come on, man. Look at you. Look at you and I. Look at you and I and our beer bellies, and then we look at Adam Levine and we're like kind of
Avril Lavigne.
No, the Avril Lavigne. Did I say Avril Lavigne?
I don't know. I just thought I'd make.
I did just say that. Adam Levine.
And really, my biggest gripe with
are they the same people? Go ahead.
Have you ever seen them together?
No, I don't know. Yeah.
But really, my biggest gripe with it is not only they win for a 3-year-old album, right? And all you're doing is encouraging future douchebaggery from Adam and the Maroons, because I think he's the only one left of the original 5.
It's interesting that first album,
Adam and the Maroons.
That first album, I'm gonna just go on the record and say, was not as bad as what was to come. They got more commercial, more poppy.
They completely turned into clout chasers, or Adam turned into clout chaser because he's just that big of a tool.
You know my story of that album, and I was on my way home one night.
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning, and I heard the album came on, and I listened to it the whole way through, and I was like, "This is the next Stevie Wonder. This is amazing stuff." And then,
Jim, I thought you were full of shit.
I was.
No, but you know what? I'm reading like reviews and interviews with the band, and they say that this love off of the songs for Jane or whatever, it was inspired by Stevie Wonder, and other people thought that it sounded Stevie Wonderish. And I'm like, get Stevie Wonder's name out of your mouth when you're talking about Maroon 5.
Sorry.
You.
Sorry. Just
great minds are thinking alike. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Spock's Beard and Porcupine Tree had albums out in 2005. I'd rather listen to prog.
It goes to show I should have been writing reviews for major magazines back in 2005 and not sitting here doing a shitty podcast that nobody's listening to. 21 years later.
Jim, we don't even listen to it. We don't even, because we lived it. We don't even listen to it.
We were there. I was on my way home, and this sounds like Stevie Wonder. Anyway.
Yeah. My main gripe is, the album is listenable, but it's what the band became, and they just needed to go away for a long time. I'm not. There's more to gripe about. I can go on reality TV, right? Adam Levine going on The Voice. Carrie Underwood wins American Idol 4 and goes on to be ever present for the next 20 years because of reality TV. INXS got a brand new singer because of reality TV.
That album was terrible.
It was. And what? You're going to reboot INXS? A band that hadn't been relevant in 5 to 10 years?
Dude, I watched that whole series.
Oh, Jim, do you want that part of your life back?
Do
you want that time?
This is your fault. The first concert I ever went to was INXS with you. So
yeah, but you were a fan of Michael Hutchence, not JD Fortune.
JD Fortune, but I tuned in to watch it because I was curious, and you're sitting on the couch at night after work, and there's fuck all on, and this is what you watch. That's all.
And it is aimed at our generation with INXS because Kick was such Vagabond or whatever. I can't.
Suicide Blonde.
Suicide Blonde. Yeah. I mean, come on, INXS was, but the time had passed them by, and they weren't doing anything new, because bands change over time. It just wasn't, whatever they were doing, it just didn't click. It wasn't timeless anymore.
All right, so let's bring our 3. I don't think there's a decision yet because I'm still going to say Pink Floyd reunited in 2005. Let's bring 3 albums. Let's talk about these albums, and let's break it down a little bit as we close the show out as to why 2005 was a great or bad year in music. And I'm going to go first, and I'm going to go with a tough album for you to turn down, Gorillaz Demon Days.
Was that their debut?
It's got Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Hey, it's great. Hey, it's a great album. I I'm not gonna. You kidding me? I'd have to slap myself if I said anything bad about that album.
It's a great album. That is a classic album from 2005.
Okay. So at the same time, you have Gorillaz breaking new ground, creating new territory. What did you have come back? I'll say it again. Backstreet Boys. We didn't need the 90s to come back. We needed to elevate. We needed to evolve.
Why do you keep saying come back? They made an album in 2002. So if they're in 2005, this is like normal.
But there was a big deal made that they were coming back because they had broken up or whatever. And if I'm wrong,
I think they're together now.
I don't care. I'm just going to gripe that the Backstreet Boys were still making shit music along with Mariah Carey, keeping that bullshit 90s pop R&B in the forefront. Fucking hate it.
All right, so I will give you the second album of mine, and it's going to go this side of the pond, and I'm going to give you Kaiser Chiefs Employment. Great indie album. Yeah. I Predict a Riot. Oh My God. Just this is one of these albums that I kind of bought spontaneously. I might have read about it in a magazine, or maybe the influence of the UK thing going on in my life at the time. But I love this album. And there are probably people out there who are like, how is this a classic album? But over here, the Kaiser Chiefs still probably sell anywhere between 7,000 to 13,000 tickets to play a big size show every time they go around and tour. We went and saw them 7 or 8 years ago in a music hall kind of setting. But I'm sure they still made good money off of it. They're outplaying the songs off this album, is my point.
And they should be, because it's a great album.
Yeah, we're going back 21 years, and they're still playing these songs.
Yep, it is. It's just a lot of my problem with like this 2005 is because of something like Kaiser Chiefs. I was hoping that other indie bands that I really loved, Dr. Dog, Bestard Lakes, while they're not really the same style, I was hoping that it would open up people's minds to loving that instead of going back in time to other sounds.
It's not going to happen in this.
I know.
It's the internet world was blowing up then. So
yeah. So my number 2 album, because it's really, really funny, is the John Cena album. So Jim, that's all I got to say. It's utterly ridiculous that. And hey, WWE fans,
I think it'd be easy.
Come at me.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
Who's going to drive around their car blasting this? I don't know.
Okay, but let's make a deal. This is the last time we can pick a wrestling album for this part of the show, because it'd be easy pickings any year there was a wrestling album released.
It is easy pickings to pick out terrible albums any year, Jim. It's so easy.
But there's never been a good wrestling album. There's never been anything.
No.
All right, so my last great album from 2005 is right there. And it's a live album, and we don't like live albums, but I like
Nor
this
do
one.
we like John Mayer.
No, but this album is amazing. The John Mayer Trio.
Because he's awesome.
That's it. John Mayer went out on tour, played with Pino Palladino, one of the greatest bass players of all time, Steve Jordan, who is now the drummer for the Rolling Stones, one of the greatest drummers of all time. He knew how to pick the guys to go out and support him on tour, and he played songs like Wait Until Tomorrow, Jimi Hendrix, his own stuff, I Got a Woman, Ray Charles. I covered a song called Good Love Is on the Way in a band that I played with back in the day. It was a lot of fun. The writers of that song is Mayer, Pino Palladino, and Steve Jordan, so he included all three of them in writing that with him. I remember John Mayer having this kind of image. It still exists, but John Mayer having this douchey image of who he was back in the day. And it might have been like 2008, 2009. One of the guys who I knew who didn't like John Mayer at all and had a negative opinion of him had come by a friend's house, and my friend who liked John Mayer put on this concert DVD for him. And I recommend looking for the concert DVD. It's great to watch. It's great to watch this band. The energy as a three-piece is incredible. But this guy who was a musician, played on major stages, toured in different countries, got down on his hands and knees and bowed in front of the television. Now, he might have been under the influence of something at the time when he did it, but that's how good John Mayer sounded to him on this album. This album.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to point to it. Like, you could see me pointing.
Yeah.
It's like a first-person shooter game. It's right
Yes.
there, Jim. I would say my problem with John Mayer is very similar to Eric Clapton, because he is so talented, but I always feel like he's bored and holding back. Except for a live album. I could see where a live album, we'd probably let it rip.
I think this album is where he kind of let loose and did that. So it's good to see. So give me
Your
your...
body's a wonderland, Jim.
Yeah. He does not play this song on that album, just so you know. The song.
Well, I think what he did with a trio was like separate. I think
he did Daughters, he did Gravity.
Okay.
A couple of songs, but he did those probably for the audience at the time who were looking for a couple of his songs. Yeah. So, all right, give me your last.
My last one. You're
your
gonna
last
give me
shovel of shit.
You're gonna give me a ration of shit because you already said, okay, no more wrestling albums. You're gonna say no more of this bullshit either, Matt. But 2005 unleashed Crazy Frog on us, Jim.
No, this is fine.
Frog.
This is fine. I'm happy with
because
this.
I had to listen to it. We were babysitting my. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. I'm canceling you, Jim. We were babysitting my niece and nephew at the time, and yeah, that was a thing. And
so,
I get for kids, but if you were an adult getting off on this, yes, go to therapy.
When in 2005, I came over to the UK for Christmas, and I've talked on our audio show about Christmas Countdown being a big deal over here in the UK,
yep.
and the number one at Christmas being a national thing that takes place.
Oh yeah, I do remember this.
Yeah. In 2005, Crazy Frog was the number one song in the UK.
That sounds to me like a bunch of people were taking the piss out of the radio station or TV or whatever.
Well, a few years later, Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of became the number one song. So, I might bring that up as a good reason, or one of us can, in a couple of episodes when we get to that.
That's my theme song.
That's what it led to, So
I rage against people telling me what to do.
All right, so everybody, what we have decided is that we don't know. There's no winner or loser that we can pick. It's up to you to decide. 2005.
And if all else fails, you can always, say Gwen Stefani helped kids at this time spell banana. It's all kinds of crap.
I like that song. That song's cool. That song's really cool. Shut up.
What?
Yeah, go listen to it through headphones. Seriously.
No.
Yes.
No.
Do it.
Put the
It's
kibosh
good.
on that right now.
Anyway, this thing down there, like it, subscribe, please. We would really appreciate it. We have a Patreon page. If you can go there, check us out. You will see a link in the comments below. We will put that there for you. And if you want to do that, it is really just to support promoting the show to a further place. We're not trying to make any money off of anybody. We just want to see if more people will listen to us talk about what we're talking about.
Exactly. You got to go where the people are.
Yeah.
You can't just keep doing what you're doing and expect growth. If you're not seeing something, you got to change what you're doing.
So thank you. If you join Patreon, we really appreciate it. And if you just give us a like and subscribe, we appreciate that even more. And if you do join our Patreon, we have a playlist of songs that we're doing that are new songs that go along each year. You can join that. There will be extra video that's going to go on that. And maybe we'll even let you comment on why you think a certain year is good or bad. I think that's a good idea. Give us your thoughts. Yeah. But if you don't want to give us those there, give us down below. Once again, I'm sure you don't all agree with our opinion on Eric Clapton.
No, or Kareem. Yeah, hot take. But yeah, it's personal preference, man.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, and Bananas is good. So
We need to talk.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Yeah, we're done talking. We should probably let people go.
Yeah, we should.
Get out of their hair.
Have a great time wherever you are. Thank you for listening to us. We really appreciate it. Matt, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Matt. I mean, Jim and
All right.
everyone.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
everybody.
Yeah, sorry. That bad joke.
We'll see you next time.